Who am I gonna do this? Hi. I hope I don't spill this. Oh, look at those. What's the day? Tuesday? What come on TV tonight? Oh my goodness. I hope this phone is charged. Hey, Superman. I'm not ignoring y'all. I just can't see who was there yet. So let this phone boot up. Okay. We had 70. We had 80 something percent. That's enough for an hour. We only gonna be here for about an hour. Because if you don't get what I'm trying to say in an hour, you're not gonna get it. I don't know why this phone is so slow. But that'll give y'all a chance to come in. It seems like people haven't been getting their notifications lately. I'm not really sure what is going on, but a lot of people have been complaining about YouTube not um, sending notifications. So we ain't gonna worry about that. What is going on? Okay, somebody called on this phone. I usually don't take calls on this phone. I don't know why someone would call on this phone. Hold on, I'm still trying to that. Okay, here we go. We got Leah, we got Monique, we got Madam Jasmine, we got real life scenarios. Real life scenario says I'm her YouTube granny. I heard that girl. Okay, that's it. And we are going to get started because I'm not gonna be sitting around. I ain't got time to be sitting around here playing with people, because I ain't had my dinner yet. So we gonna get started on spirit dolls. Now, this is a little sweetheart that I purchased from the thrift store. I got her from the thrift store. She was in a bag with a bunch of other dolls. And I brought her home. God, I didn't do your hair, girl. And I didn't do her hair because she's like, I'm not about that beautiful life. I'm about that out here getting down with the dirty, dirty. So she said, don't worry about her hair. Don't look at her hair. She said, look at her on a spiritual level, because that's what she out here doing. She's not even tripping off of the physical. She is on a totally different realm than what we own. That's where she functioning at. So all that beauty and all of that stuff, it don't matter to her. So, but I did give her a dress because when I got her, she didn't have no clothes. She was just in a bag, a bunch of naked Barbie dolls in a bag, and I brought them home. Now, what you do, you can use any type of dolls to be your spirit doll. Any type of doll will work. But you have to feel the energy of the doll when you purchase the doll or the doll is given to you, however it happens to you. When I went to the thrift store, like I'm one of them people, I go to the thrift store, I always look in the toy department to, to see like what type of dolls they have, because I am a doll collector and I do like the energy that, where's my other crystal? Okay. I do like the energy that dolls bring, so I collect them. So, this is one of the dolls that said she wanted to do spirit work. Now, I do have other dolls that have told me, no, I'm not about that life. I'm just going to come to your house and be pretty. I have some of those dolls also. I told you about the Barbie doll that was running away to the clubs and, getting high and drunk and sneaking back in at night. I told y'all about her when I was coming downstairs and she be laid out, clothes all disheveled, and the gnomes and everybody told me that she was running around at the clubs at night. But this sweetheart was like, no, I am seriously about that life. This is my girl. She stays on my altar and she does some serious work. Okay? She is really about that life. Now, when I got her, I cleaned her off really, really good. I mean, I cleaned her with bleach and I cleaned her with Florida water. I mean, she went through a serious bathing process before I put her on my altar. Now, yeah, bleach, bleach, bleach. She got down with the bleach, bleach, okay? And Florida water I gave her after her bleach bath. I let her, dry. I didn't submerge her in bleach, but I put some bleach in some water with some soap and, cleaned her off. After her bleach bath, I dried her off really good and then I bathed her in Florida water. All of you by now should know what Florida water is because you should be using Florida water for your baths also. So I gave her a good bath with Florida water. And then after that, I smudged her down really good. Gave her a good old smudge wudging all over her, and I was speaking to her as I was smudging her. I was telling her, who I am, who you're going to be working with, what type of work you're going to be doing. I'm putting all of that energy into her. Then, after I did that, I sat her on the altar around my favorite crystals. So she's just sitting there, absorbing all of the energy that I have placed into items on my altar. So when I get ready for her to do some work, she is the one that goes out and does work that is a distance for me. So for some of y'all to, really understand, she does the astral projecting. I don't. I don't leave my residence. She goes out and does the work. And if it's some dirty work, she will go out and do that too. She sits on my altar at all times. So she has absorbed a lot of energy. She has done a lot of love magic. She's done magic, period. Okay? She busy. She stay busy. What they say? Uh Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. She stay ready. None of the other dolls mess with her because they know what her power is. The dolls that sit around and play with each other don't play with her because they know she's not about that life. Okay? I talk to her. I give her time to sit with the moon. I give her time to sit and absorb the energy from the sun. So she is extremely powerful. If you want your doll to be powerful, you have to give your doll energy. So, for one, you have to select a doll that wants to be with you. You can't just walk into a store and just pick up the first doll and be like, "Oh, you going blah 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 blah," and the doll is like, "No, I'm not." You can feel the energy from dolls. This was not the first doll that I picked up when I went into the store. I had looked at many stores until I found her. But I have other dolls that came to me. I'm walking Gizmo one day and it was a little doll. It was like two dolls with some other toys that had a sign that said free right in my neighborhood. And they called me, "Excuse me, can we go home with you, please?" And I brought them home. And they're not spirit dolls, they are just dolls that want to be loved. And they know that I have a lot of love to give. And they're just sitting, they just sit in the house and absorb that love. They just wanted to get off the street, child. They was homeless. Okay? And I brought them home. So, your spirit doll, she can do whatever you choose for her to do. Whatever. Girl, you got to sit down, okay? Because I'm getting a little bit tired of holding you. Can you sit down, sweetheart? Yeah, you sit right here, honey. Okay. Okay, girl. Okay, you gotta lay down. Okay, whatever. Your spirit doll will do whatever type of workings you want her to do. If you want a doll that's going to do dark magic, then that's what you need to be telling her. You want her to do light magic, that's what you need to be telling her. You want her to do energy work, you want her to work with the chakras. My doll works with the chakras. She does basically whatever I want her to do. Y'all out here talking in class? Y'all out here playing? I'm teaching class and y'all out here giggling and carrying on. Y'all know that she got told on when she came home that last time drunk. They snitched on her, and that's what they were supposed to do. Because I was gonna be like, "Look, sweetheart, you can't be coming home drunk. We don't drink in this house." I don't know what she was doing at the dollar store. As you know, they sell liquor there. And they was probably at the dollar store just having themselves a good time. They got wine at the dollar store that I got her from. And I guess they was having a good time, but I was like, "Hey, check it out, sweetheart. We don't drink in this house." So all that running out, getting high and drunk and coming home, you can't do that here because the rest of the girls, they don't do that. Yes, they snitched on her, and that's what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to tell me that she out here doing what she ain't supposed to do because we don't do that in this house. They got her together though. She stopped doing that. I ain't had a problem with her since that last time. She went out and had a good time. She not doing that no more. If she going out having a good time, when she come back, she be straight. And I don't mind that. I have told the gnomes, if you decide that you want to go outside and be with the gnomes outside, go on out there and have yourself a good time. Just don't go out there and be a problem for the ones that are already out there and they have already set up their community. If you go out there, you got to follow the rules of the community that's already been set up. That's what I say to all my dolls. When you come in this house, you have to follow the rules of this house, or you will find you another house to go to. And it may not be as nice as this one. So they all act right. So you may ask, why do I need a spirit doll? Why can't I do the work myself? Why won't I do the work myself? There are things that I want that I do. And then there are times when I don't want to do it. Why do I have to do it when I have someone that can do that for me? And transference of energy. I've always believed in energy transference. That's why I have a lot of dolls around me, because certain dolls take care of certain things. Like my Juju baby, she takes care of me when I'm not feeling well. If I have a migraine or whatever, I'm transferring that energy to her. I'm putting her close to me and transferring that energy to her so that she can then release it. And that is a release for me also. Because you get to the point where your mind stops thinking about how much pain you're in, because you're transferring that energy to your dog. And it's kind of like a switch where you will kind of forget that, okay, I'm in heck of pain. That switch goes off, and then you switch into a working energy where you're trying to transmit that energy to something else, to an object that can then release that energy out into the universe. Try it. Because I'm telling you, if you have a migraine and you're just laying there thinking about how much you're hurting, you're not helping yourself at all. You're hurting. It's just going to hurt more. But if you do something about it, if you get up and maybe put a cold pack on your head, take some medication, try to transmit that energy to something else, eventually you start to feel better. Because if you sit up and just think about how bad you're hurting, oh my God, I'm hurting so bad. Oh my God, I wish this wasn't happening to me. Oh my God, I wish I was out with my friends right now. You're just making your situation even worse, because that is negative energy. All of that, I wish it would stop. Why is it happening to me? That's negative energy. That why me, why me, why me, that's so negative. So you have to turn those situations around. I am being healed. This migraine will go away. I am sending this migraine out into the universe. Not to hit another person, but to be dissipated. My migraine will be gone. You have your doll, you put that energy into. Come here, girl. You have your doll, you put that energy into the doll. My migraine will leave. My migraine is leaving. You are receiving the energy from my migraine so that you can put that energy out into the universe. Giving her that energy. And she knows. She's not like, oh my God, here she come again, trying to give me her migraine. No, she knows that she is my healing doll. When there are things going on with me, she knows that she is the one that I have entrusted when I'm in pain, when I'm hurting, when I'm not feeling well, if I'm depressed or whatever. She knows that that energy is going to go to her. She is prepared to receive that energy. And then after it is all over, she knows that she will go outside and be able to release that energy into the universe to be recycled. Do you have crystals, girl? I'm gonna have to give you a crystal. But she has her cowrie shells. She has part of my DNA, her hair. She has my hair also. I didn't just cut a dread off. This is one of my dreads that had broke, and I gave it to her in her hair. And like I told you guys before, she has my favorite. This is one of my favorite scarves that I made her shawl and her hairpiece with, because I usually wear this scarf in my hair. I haven't worn it in a while, but yeah, this is my girl. So any energy that I put into her when I'm not feeling well, of course, I always take her outside and let the moon charge her back up. I do that for both of my dolls, my energy worker and my spirit worker. Any questions? Hey, Tina. Hey, Margaret. TJ, are we gonna have to put you out today? You out here kicking people? Monique said, so do you tell, I think that you meant them. Do you tell them what you wanted to do, or they give you clues? No, I tell them. I tell them what I want. Y'all a mess. I'm gonna put TJ out. Oh Lord. Sit down, Gizmo. Oh goodness. Gizmo, get down. Get down. If you don't get your butt down. Yeah, I'm ignoring it. I'm ignoring all of that stuff that's going on these YouTube streets. I am ignoring that. I don't want no parts of that. Because see, when people come at me, I come at them on a totally different level. And after that run in with Jay Wilson, it just reminded me of how fiery my temper is and how much of a child of Oshun I am, because everybody thinks that Oshun is about beauty. I think, this whole thing with Beyonce, showing her side of Oshun. There are different sides of Oshun. And the side of Oshun that I belong to is a vulture, evil witch, a dark side. And when people come at me in the wrong way, I want to seriously hurt them. And I don't play with people. I'm not going to be out here wasting my time cussing people out. I'm the one up under the full moon, really getting with you in a serious way. Because I'm not going to fight you on this plane. This is what people are used to. People are used to you fighting them on their level. But see, when you step outside of their level, see, I'm one of those people that's willing to step outside of the comfort zone. And if I have to be outside under the full moon naked to get you all the way together, trust me, I will. I will call on every Orisha, every God that I know to punish you, because I'm not going to be sitting here cussing people out on the internet. You are never going to push me to that point, but you sure will push me to putting your name in a coconut, sealing that coconut back up, and throwing that into the ocean to sink down to the bottom where a locoon is. That's where you'll push me. So I stay away from all that stuff that's going on YouTube because I don't want to get tangled up in none of that because I get mad too easy. My temper is too cuckoo cuckoo. And I will be out here asking Oshun to really take somebody's head off. Y'all thought that witch on Game of Thrones was crazy. You can push me in the corner if you want to. You'll be getting something that you ain't never got before. And I was nice to Jay Wilson. I was nice to him. I really was. Like I was really nice to him. I was gonna keep going, but I was like, no, you didn't did enough. You did enough. So that's why I stay out of stuff that's going on. I don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. I don't want that kind of energy. Thank you, TJ. I don't want that type of energy over here. And since I don't talk to those people, you know what I mean? I just let them go on out here and kill themselves if that's what they choose to do. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. So somebody asked me a question. I started doing a lot of this subconsciously, buying dolls and placing them on my altar next to crystals or next to houseplants. Okay, okay. Well, that's how I started too. But I started actually working, with them. Because certain dolls, if it's the right doll, it will talk to you. You will be able to hear from that doll. So I didn't just bring them home and I do have some that are just for fun. But yeah. I mean, and the dolls that I make, all of the dolls that I make are made for a spiritual purpose. But the dolls, that I buy from the Goodwill or whatever, they can be either dolls that, I collect, or they can also be working dolls. Martha Mama said, "Do you think Beyonce is a child of Oshun?" Uh, Kinda. I mean, because there's so many. It just seems like it's so many clues that she may be a child of Oshun. And when she came out with Lemonade, the Lemonade album, I think right after then, her and Jay-Z went to Cuba, which was kind of strange to me that they would go to Cuba. But I know that if you go to Cuba, you can get made there. Both of them could have been like Beyonce can be Oshun and Jay Z can be Allegra. I mean, that is, or Shango. That is kind of what it looks like to me. And then for them to turn around and have a set of twins, the Ibeji, a boy and a boy and a girl set of twins is extremely spiritual. The Ibeji is extremely spiritual. So yeah, I do think that, and especially with Beyonce's having a connection to New Orleans, I mean, I think that her family probably practiced something. I do. I think that they went to Cuba and they were both made there because when you get made in Cuba, you don't have to shave off, all of your hair like you do here in America. That's one reason why I ain't trying to get made right now because I it's so many things that you have to do when you get made that I'm not ready for that. I'm just not ready. I mean, you have to give up wearing colored clothes. You have to wear all white for an entire year. All white from head to toe for an entire year. And I'm just not ready to make that commitment. I'm really not. Even though I have been told on more than one occasion that my crown is waiting for me and they just want me to come so that they can put a crown on my head. But to put a crown on your head, they have to shave your, they have to cut off all your hair. And I don't want to do that. I really don't. And I know that is just my ego talking, you know, but I'm not ready. I'm just not ready to make that type of commitment to the Orishas right now. And they know I'm not ready, and I'm not going to get on the mat and lie and say that I'm ready. I mean, because after you have been initiated, you go home with Orishas that you have to take care of. I'm still taking care of myself right now. You know what I mean? I'm in a position where I'm trying to heal my body. I just found out that I have an extremely serious diagnosis and I'm trying to heal my body. There are days when I don't even feel like getting out the bed. So I know that I'm not going to have that dedication to put to the Orishas every day and do the things that you're supposed to do for them every day. You got to get up every morning and say your prayers to the Orishas and all of that. And I know that I'm not going to do that. So I'm not even going to put myself in that position to, get in trouble for not doing it. So that's where I'm, staying where I am right now because I don't want to do it. So I don't know. Beyonce could be. She could be a child of Oshun. She really could be. But I'm going to have to see some other, some other things about her. Like she gonna have to drop some other, like she gonna have to slip up and be in her elecades or, a feather in her hair or something for me to know for sure. Because I don't know for sure. I'm just, guessing like everybody else. I don't know Beyonce. So I don't know. But I think I really, on a spiritual level, I think she is. And I think her and Jay-Z, I think they were both made. I think that's what brought their marriage back together. I think they really were having problems in their marriage. And I think the Orishas brought them back together. And when the Orishas brought them back together, they gave them that set of twins. And that is a binding situation if that happens. They will be together forever. And I'm really, really thinking that that's what happened. Whoever Beyonce's godmother is told her, y'all need to get married. And y'all need to get married together. Beyonce and Jay-Z, if they got married together. And listen to this. If they went to Cuba and got married together, that would make Beyonce and Jay-Z a set of twins. Because they are twins. They were born together through the Orishas. And then they had a set of twins. That's why I believe they went to Cuba. Because their marriage was bad for real, for real. And whoever Beyonce's godmother is told them that they need to get married. And that is what strengthened their marriage. So now not only are they husband and wife, they are a set of twins. Born together out of the womb of the Orishas. And I believe that. I really do. Because when I see them together now, they look different. They look like their connection is different. And if they have the Orishas behind them, no one will ever be able to infiltrate that marriage again. That's like, you know how when Khaleesi, okay, you know that scene when they was trying to kill Khaleesi and her army came up and they was holding the shields on top of her because people was throwing rocks at them and stuff, and her army was holding those shields and shielding her. That's how the Orishas are with Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage. If anybody try to come to, you're not gonna touch this. They got a shield up around not only their marriage, but around them kids too. Because if it was me, I sure would. I would have my kids blessed because it's too much going on. You know, like Blue Ivy was receiving all of that negative energy. You know, all of those people talking about how nappy her hair was, and you know, she looked just like Jay-Z, and you know, just all of this negativity. Yeah, I will put a serious bubble around my child. So yeah, I think their situation is, I like them now. You know, when I look at them, when I look at Jay-Z now, I see something different than I did at first. When Jay-Z first married Beyonce, I think he married her because she was beautiful. Of course, Beyonce is, you know, when she's made up, she's beautiful. And he married her because he thought he had a prize. I really don't think he married her. You know, he really understood what the institution of marriage was when he married her. And most men don't. They don't really realize what marriage is until they get in the marriage and got to really get in there and get your hands dirty. You know how you making meatloaf and you put the ground beef in the ground turkey in your bowl and you add your ingredients. You can't stir that up with a spoon. You got to get down in there and you got to massage that meat to put all the ingredients in. That's how marriage is. You got to get in there and you got to get your hands dirty. That's when you really realize what a marriage is, when you get your hands dirty. When your husband get on your nerves, when he is snoring and his breath stink and you just want to take a pillow and shove it down his throat. You can't do that because you love him. Okay? That's marriage. That's when you know you really love somebody. When you can just look at them and be like, if I didn't love you, I would smother you to death right here. But I love you. And I think now Jay-Z has gotten to that point where, he sees Beyonce beyond just her beauty. He sees her as a woman, a spiritual being, a person. Because my husband don't just see these fluffy, lovely titties and this big booty. He sees my brain. He knows that I'm a spiritual person. He can see that. And I really believe that Jay-Z has gotten to the point where he sees that now in his wife. And he realizes how important it is. And I think he really cherishes, her now. Where I don't believe he was doing that at first. I think he just looked at her like, oh, I got something that, no other man could get. And he didn't respect it. But I really believe that he does now. I think that, them going to Cuba, something happened. You don't just go to Cuba. I think they went there for a reason. I hope they did. I really do. I hope that they did that. Casey, thank you. Can I do a head wrap tutorial? Somebody just came in the gate. Dude, Gizmo, Gizmo. Yeah, maybe I'll do a hair wrap tutorial tomorrow. So Cola said, yeah, he's been with Beyonce since she was 21. My props off to Beyonce. Sagittarius men are hard to deal with. No shade. Oh, I wouldn't know. Jay has grown tenfold. You can hear it in 444. I've never listened to any of his music. TJ surrounding the chat with love, light, and protection. I know that's right. I love the Orishas. They have changed my life, and I'm not initiated yet. They are the way of life. What was the dress representing that she was wearing in the opening act of Homecoming? I have no idea. I didn't see it. The Orishas do bring people back together. I mean, I saw like the first part of Homecoming, but I have no idea. Was it the dress that she had on for Lemonade? I don't know. I have no idea. Jay Z has the same birthday as Shango. Leah said, "Caller, when I cut off my hair, I had a feeling I had never had, and that's the honest truth." Yeah, but this is so. Leah, did you cut off all of your hair? Like, I mean, shave your head because they take a razor. They take a straight razor to your head. So did you go that far, or did you just cut your hair? Because when I say cut your hair, I mean cut it with a straight razor all the way down to your scalp. Because the Orishas need to get to your crown to do the markings for the Orisha. So they shave you like a baby's butt, smooth. So I'm just not about that life right now. Seed to harvest. I wonder if that's the real reason Lisa Ray only wears white. I don't think so. Because I think by now, if she was, no, because I don't know. I can't say. But I think by now, if that was her thing, she would have come out by now. She would have worn her leke, she would have worn an Ide or something. I think she just wears white. That's just her thing. Because I have not seen anything from her that says Orishas or says spirituality in any way. I mean, I know that I think she's a Christian. I've heard her, talking about going to church and stuff, but not on this type of spiritual level. I really don't think so. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen anything from her that says that. This is Naked Green Machine. These are super sweet, even though it says no sugar added. Okay, yeah. I don't believe that. So it's two and three quarters. That's crazy. 2 3/4 apples, a third of mango, 1/12 of pineapple, a half a banana, and a third of kiwi. That is so crazy. So it's supposed to have spirulina, alfalfa, broccoli, spinach, barley grass, wheatgrass, ginger, parsley, kale, and garlic. And the only thing that you can taste is sugar. If you want a really sweet drink, I have always said that these nakeds are, they will give you what you're looking for because they're extremely sweet. And it is 53 grams of sugar. So if you're going to do this, this is a meal, and I would break this up in, it's 270 calories per serving. And it says serving size is one bottle. But there's no way I would drink 53 grams of sugar in one serving because I would be too scared. I don't even have diabetes, and I would be scared that this would spike um, my insulin. I wouldn't even push my body, you know, to that limit. So I usually drink like a half of one of these, and I had started this yesterday, so I can drink the rest of it. I don't recommend these. I mean, if you're out and you really want something, but shit, this is more than drinking a soda. And some people say, well, it's the good sugar. Sugar is sugar. Shit. Your body is going to process it the same way. It still has to filter it. It still has to do what it's going to do, even though it is supposed to be sugar from fruit. Your body still got to process it. And I'm not about to put my body through that. So, where are we? Okay, we have 47 minutes. We doing good. So, do y'all have any questions about the spirit where Diana's world? Is there a spell for hair growth? I heard you should put your hair in the Bible. Never heard of that one. Never heard of that. Yeah, Leah, the best feeling ever. I felt good to cut my permed hair. Those are good. They make you go to the bathroom. Never had that before. I'm gonna try it one day. What color? The naked, and they have a lot of different drinks, but I don't drink them often because it's just too much sugar. All of them have hella sugar. I got all that perm cut out of my hair, but I had a feeling of relief. Oh, and I never had that feeling before. That feeling not to be gross was better than an orgasm. Ooh, girl, not my orgasms. Cutting my hair don't come nowhere near close to my orgasms. Yeah, they are hella sweet, Tasha. They super sweet. Yeah, but this ain't low. You know what I'm talking about when you go through initiation. This is not a low haircut. You have no hair. None. They cut your hair and then they take a straight razor to the rest. So, your head be like that. Like Mr. Clean head. You ain't got nothing. Gizmo said no hair raptor. Gizmo was mad at somebody that was coming through the gate. You know how Gizmo is. Cola, don't compare yourself to nobody else, please. Because we don't know where Beyonce at in her life. We're just assuming. You want to be the highest version of you, not compared to nobody else. Because everybody puts on the front like they're, of course, we see the best of Beyonce. You know what I mean? We're not ever going to see Beyonce at her worst. When we see her, she is made up, her hair is pretty. We don't see the Beyonce walking around the house in booty shorts and flip-flops. We're never going to see that. Now you'll get that with me. I show you who I truly am. I don't get made up to come on here. Oh, sometimes I do. But the majority of times, no, I'm not. I'm not even going to do that because I want you guys to understand that I'm just a normal person. Okay? This is my face. This is what you get. I'm not going to be putting on makeup just to come on YouTube for an hour. If I feel like it, I will, but I'm not. But don't look at, a person, a celebrity or a singer, and compare yourself to them. Because the only reason why we see great Beyonce is because Beyonce got money that we don't have. And we don't know what spiritual level she's on. We're just guessing about her. So you want your journey to be your journey. You want the best for you, not comparing yourself to anybody else. Because you're not going to attain because what God made for her, she got. What he made for you, you going to get. And it could be totally different from what Beyonce has. And a matter of fact, it's going to be totally different. Because you're not out here singing and all that kind of stuff like Beyonce. And let me say this about I did see the first part of what is her thing called? Homecoming. I did see the first maybe hour of it or 30 minutes of it or whatever. Just the part where she was talking about, the changes that her body went through having the twins. How much weight she had gained. She said she was like, 200. She was over 200 pounds when, the last month with the twins. One thing I did not like about Beyonce is the fact that she, she kept saying she wasn't comfortable in her body. You got to be comfortable wherever you are. And I think people would have respected her if she had shown what she looked like at that weight and honored that. After she had the baby, just this is what it looks like. But society does not allow celebrities to do that because we want them to snap back so quick. But she could have came out and showed women how beautiful you are at any size. But she chose to come back and say, I starved the shit out of myself to get back down to where I was because I didn't want to be fat. And that kind of, was like, really? When they were asking her what did she eat? And she was like, well, I didn't eat any meat. I didn't eat any fish. I didn't drink any alcohol. I didn't eat any bread or rice or anything. I was hungry. I mean, that looks like, okay, well, you starved yourself basically to get back to that. I mean, that part of the thing was not healthy. Because when young girls see that, then it's like, I want to be like Beyonce, so I'm going to starve myself too. That's not healthy. That whole thing just wasn't healthy. It wasn't healthy mentally for young girls to look at Beyonce and her say, well, I was 200 pounds and ain't no way in hell I was going to stay like that. If I had to starve myself to get back to where I was, that's what I was going to do. That's not healthy. Yeah, what she said, and I was hungry. I tuned out. Then. I was like, that's, mm-mm. I tuned out because I was like, hey, that's what y'all want to do. Go on and do it. I mean, instead of saying that, I got a chef and, he fixed me all of these vegan meals, she just bust out and said I was hungry. You shouldn't be hungry as a vegan. And there are so many things that you can eat as a vegan. But for her to say that she was hungry, that kind of, I don't know. It just left a bad taste in my mouth. And I left. I mean, I have been vegan and you just eat a whole lot of vegetables and you just eat every time you get hungry. Cola say, you always look made up to me. Girl, this ain't made up. But thank you, sweetie. I mean, I have decent skin. Thank God. I have, nice skin, but yeah, I don't wear any, foundation or I'm not doing all that. I'm not putting on all of that stuff. I'm just not going to do it. Almost soon I want to do a spiritual bath cleanse or a white bath. Can you recommend some ingredients? I will do a video about that. It would be so hard getting rid of those beautiful locks. I understand. Yeah, I'm not about to cut my hair. I'm not about to do that right now. I can't cut my hair. And is there a spell for hair? I'm gonna have to look that up. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. Like I've never had that problem, so I don't. Like I've never asked spirit to grow my hair, but I'm pretty sure there is something that you can do. I'll check it out. Cola said, "Yeah." When I saw that Cola, I swear I'm like, "Oh, okay." So she out here eating air sandwiches. Shit, of course you lose weight. You ain't eating nothing but air. And I guess she was drinking that lemon water because she has been known. But Beyonce is known to go on those real rigid diets, like she did the master cleanse once because she was trying to lose weight, and that is the lemon. It's lemon. It's water, lemon, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup, and you drink that for 14 days. Every time you get hungry, you go for it. You gonna lose some weight. You're going to lose some weight, but as soon as you start eating again, that weight is gonna come back. I don't know what she was. I think she was losing weight for a tour or something. But I tried the master cleanse. I was hungry as hell the second day, day two. I mean, starving and grumpy. That I tried the master cleanse. I was grumpy. You talking about, see, and I do. That's how I get though. If I'm hungry, I get mad. Like people, they say hangry. That's me. When I get hungry or thirsty, if I really want some water, if I'm really, really thirsty and I don't have it, that's why I keep a bottle of water in the car with me all the time. Because if I get thirsty or I get hungry, I'm ready to cuss somebody out. So the master cleanse, that nah, I can't do that. I would rather be vegan. Because if you're vegan, at least you can eat all the fruit and all the vegetables that you want. You can even eat beans and grains. I don't eat beans though. But you can eat grains, you can have brown rice, quinoa, all that kind of stuff. Beans. So you should not be hungry as a vegan. There is vegan bread. They take the eggs and milk and stuff out the bread. There's vegan bread. So there's really no reason for you to be hungry as a vegan if you're eating correctly. And fiber fills you up. So you can eat like a huge salad and really, really be full. Now, you may be hungry an hour or two later because your body is going to process that, and your body can process vegetables easier than it can process fats and, all of that stuff from meat. Protein and all of that stuff processes slower in the digestive system than fruits and vegetables do. So you may be hungry 2 hours later, but eat again. If you're a vegan, you can eat because, vegetables, the calories are really low. Whereas you would have to eat like buckets and buckets of vegetables to catch up with one meal at McDonald's. One burger. All that fat and stuff. You would be eating for days. So there's no reason for you to be hungry. That's why I didn't like that. Because she shouldn't be hungry. And she can afford a chef that will come in and fix her meals for her. And I'm pretty sure that's what they have. So why are you hungry, girl? Yeah, people are stupid. That's why Beyonce didn't want to show y'all she was fat. Because I know she was fat after she came out the hospital from having them twins. You didn't, because she said it took her a minute to get back into her costume. So yeah, girl, I wanted to see what you look like when you came out the hospital. Be a real woman. 25 nuggets for $5. Yeah, I'm not messing with McDonald's. This buffering on my end. Let me reset this. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all still there? I guess y'all back. I ain't been to a Chinese buffet in a minute. Hi, Musically Me. I ain't been to a Chinese buffet in a minute because it's lagging. Is it still doing it? Is it still doing it? Is it still lagging? Because I just refreshed it. If it is, I can. I mean, if it is, I can't fix it. I don't know what to do, child. No. Oh, okay. Okay. Um, I stopped going to the Chinese buffet because my doctor told me that the MSG in Chinese food is not good for people that have arthritis. That can cause flare ups. So I have kind of been staying away from Chinese food, and I do like Chinese food. I'm trying really not to eat it that often. Like, I'm not even supposed to have rice or pasta because that kind of stuff, the salt, the sodium that they use in Chinese food is not good for um it's not good for your joints. It can cause a pain flare up. So I'm supposed to stay away from that. I mean, I have, like I have a list of foods that I'm supposed to stay away from, like white rice, pasta, Chinese food, a lot of stuff. So I only eat it every now and then. And see, I don't like orange chicken. I like the lemon chicken. I like lemon chicken and egg foo young and the fried wontons, the crab fried wontons. I love those. But I don't eat it that often because I noticed that It does affect me. Like I eat it, and then the next day, my joints are hurting, so I kind of leave it alone. Yeah, they serve artificial nuggets, not real meat, and the fries taste like paper. Every time I eat at McDonald's, I get sick. I'm done with them. Yeah, that they've been. McDonald's has always served. McDonald's nuggets have always been artificial. Everybody knows that. McDonald's nuggets are everything that is left over from the chicken ground up. They nuggets don't even look like meat. Like if you go to a restaurant and order chicken nuggets, when you cut it open, it looks like chicken breast. McDonald's nuggets don't even look like meat. I don't. They look like when you break it open, it look like a sponge or something on the inside. We know that ain't meat, but we eat it anyway because it tastes good. I used to love their nuggets, but I don't really mess with McDonald's that much. Oh, you make your own orange chicken? Yeah, I don't know which one of those documentaries that I looked at. It may have been What the Health. All them those vegan documentaries will show you how McDonald's make their nuggets. Then you don't want to eat them no more. But every now and then I still, will crave their nuggets. And they French fries, McDonald's French fries taste like I don't know what they taste like. I can't even like if you let them get cold, it's bad. You gotta eat your fries on the way home. Cause if you get home and the fries then got cold, it's bad. They don't taste good. So I'm really trying to stay away from them. Okay, I ain't smell no ammonia, girl. Yeah, there is no nugget on the chicken. The nugget on the chicken is they feet and beaks and legs ground up in a machine. There go your nuggets. Because these places try not to throw away anything. You know what I mean? So whatever is left over, yeah, the wings, whatever is left over after they get the breast and the thigh off of there, whatever's left over goes into the batch to make the nuggets. That's how they make hot dogs too. Whatever is left over goes into the machine and it's ground up to make hot dogs and sausage and all of those type of things. That's why I don't mess with hot dogs. That's so disgusting because it be shit and everything. Oh no, I can't do it. Thank you, sweetheart. That just said my scarf was nice. It'd be all kind of stuff, mixed in to make hot dogs. I can't mess with hot dogs. And when you look up what nitrates are, the nitrates that is put in bacon and hot dogs. When you look up that chemical, hell no. Then you wonder why a lot of people have cancer. Look up some of these chemicals that is used to treat the meat because they have to treat the meat to keep it fresh. You know what I mean? Like when you go into the store and buy a steak, that steak has been treated and it's been given some red dye. They have a specific red dye for meat that they continue to put on it until you buy that steak because they want it to look red and fresh for you. Because you know that anything that dies and the blood has been drained from it, it will start to turn brown. It's dead. So they color it with a red food coloring, and then they put I can't think of the chemical. They put this chemical on it. They spray it with this chemical to make it continue to carbon monoxide to make it continue to look fresh. Carbon monoxide. The carbon monoxide that can kill you if you inhale it. They spray it on like the steaks and um all the like red meat or whatever that you buy from the stores. That meat has been treated to stay red. I don't eat that much meat. Yeah, they use glue and everything. They glue the steaks together. It's crazy. It is crazy the stuff that the chemicals that they use on meat because they have to keep it looking fresh. Hot dogs are full of nitrates, links, hot links, bacon. Not only the pork bacon, turkey bacon, all of that. And people out here thinking, "Oh, I'm eating healthy. I'm eating turkey bacon." No, you're not, because it's been treated also. Turkey bacon don't even look like turkey. It don't look nothing like turkey. It's full of nitrates and chemicals too to keep it looking fresh. Yeah, alcohol is a depressant, sweetheart. Alcohol, yes, it lowers your vibration. Alcohol is a depressant. You see, most people get drunk, they crying, they moving slow, they can't walk a straight line. Alcohol is a depressant. It lowers your body's spirit and vibration. That's why most people fall out when they drunk. They fall out or black out. It's a depressant. Yeah. And it's crazy because not only is the government like raising the money on food and stuff, we eating this food, and then everybody is sick, so you have to go to the doctor, and then you getting all this medication. Not only is the food killing us, the medication is killing us too. The side effects from the medicine is killing us. So you gonna die regardless. You just gotta make peace with it. Yeah, I don't drink. I stopped drinking. Yeah, I don't. Very rare that I drink. I'm not telling you to stop. Do whatever that's you, sweetheart. Do whatever you choose to do, but I'm just telling you that alcohol does lower your vibration because it is a depressant. Girl, they've been messing with our foods for years. Yeah, that carbon monoxide is in meat and cigarettes. I stopped smoking years ago. Moth Mama said this live is making veganism sound good. Yeah, I mean, I was vegan for a whole year. I lost 45 pounds and I went back to eating meat. I mean, now I mostly just eat chicken, but hot dogs and bacon, I don't mess with no fish. You can't give me no fish because you don't know where the fish in the United States come from. You don't know if it's coming from China. And their regulations are much more lenient than ours. A lot of this fish is coming from fish farms. A lot of the fish, this is crazy. A lot of the fish is getting fed the same stuff that they feeding the pigs. And I don't know. It's crazy. So ain't no animals in this country healthy. because they all eating corn and stuff that, probably didn't raise the poor little animals' blood pressure. And then you're eating, you're taking in that meat. And plus, the way we kill animals in the United States is so bad. Like when I saw that video of how cows, when they line them up to take them to the slaughterhouse, and they are hit in the head hella fucking hard. I mean, hit in the head. What they go through like a machine that hits them in the head and knocks their ass damn near unconscious or almost kill them right there. It's horrible. I mean, horrible the way we kill animals in this country, and then we eat them like that meat is not affected. I mean, can you imagine somebody walking you somewhere and just, hitting you in your head and knocking you out and killing you and draining your blood and hanging you upside down to drain all your blood out, and then you're eating that's the meat that we're eating? Mm-mm. Don't watch none of those vegan videos, because I swear to God, that was when I stopped eating meat. I couldn't. I just could not deal with it after I saw those videos. You going and eat them blue Doritos, child, with all that sodium, and go on and look at the ingredients of them Doritos. Google some of those ingredients on those Doritos and look at how high the sodium is on those. I'm being real. Because TJ, you said you was trying to get healthy, and TJ then took a whole bag of fruit, the whole bag of frozen fruit, put that in his blender with some real milk, cow milk, y'all. He's TJ out here drinking that cow's milk. Then put a whole thing of yogurt in there. And I was like, do he realize how much sugar and fat it is in that smoothie? All smoothies are not healthy if you're using that much sugar. Because look at the sugar content on your yogurt and the fat. And then look at the fat and sugar content of milk. Milk is full of sugar. Cow's milk is full of sugar. They have to add sugar to it. It has to have a pleasant taste. And then look at how many calories it is in that entire bag of frozen fruit that you put in your smoothie. You probably had a 700 or 800 calorie smoothie. That is way too many calories to be drinking. I'm going to tell you what my smoothie recipe. I have almond milk. I do not drink cow's milk, period. Almond milk, a little bit of frozen fruit, greens, spinach or kale. And I usually put a little bit of cinnamon, uh, and that's probably it. So usually my smoothie comes out green because I try to put more spinach or in kale than fruit. Oh, and a banana. That's what makes it kind of thick. A banana, a whole banana. Because I'm not trying to drink 1,000 calories. Because if you're going to do that, you might as well go on to McDonald's and get you a big breakfast. Because you just drank the amount of calories that it is at McDonald's. You could have had you a real breakfast. Yeah, I don't know about no aborted fetuses. I don't even want to go there. Real life scenarios. I don't want to go there because I don't know anything about that. But I'm telling you, Cola, you don't have to eat air. It's a whole lot of food you can eat, but it should be natural. You know what I mean? It should be fruits and vegetables, not food that is directly coming from um animals. Like I love eggs, but I rarely eat them because I just don't want to eat a lot of stuff that comes from animals. The only milk I drink is some type of almond milk. I've tried just about every brand of almond milk. I don't drink cow's milk because it's too much stuff in cow's milk. It's pus and hair, and then the milk has been pasteurized and run through a filter system. Then they use all of these chemicals and sugar and all of this stuff. They got to clean the milk and all that kind of stuff. They got to put the preservatives in there to keep the milk from spoiling because they don't know how long it's going to be on the shelf, because it will spoil if it's not treated with certain chemicals. The milk will spoil because milk ain't was not made to last that long. When our ancestors would milk the cows, they would drink that milk that day. You know what I mean? They wasn't putting the milk in the refrigerator, for months on end because the majority of our ancestors, they ain't had no damn refrigerator. So, they drank the milk that day that they got from the cows. But now in this country, they have dairy cows. They're taking all that milk. That milk is run, the titties is from the machine pumping because they don't hand pump. They don't have nobody to just be in there pumping all these cows like they used to do back in the day. Like my mama used to talk about, going out in the barn and her daddy would, milk the cows. She knew how to milk the cows. And the farmers back then knew how to treat the cows' titties so that they didn't, pus up and get infected or whatever. Okay, so now we are using machines that act as, the hand pump. There's a machine that they hook up to the cow's titties. Now, if the titty is infected or whatever, that shit is going down into the milk and they don't care. The dairy farmers ain't tripping because they know that the milk is gonna have to go through a process anyway, and they praying that all of that pus and cow hair and titty meat and everything gets you know clean, filtered, and all of that stuff. But see, back in the day, they didn't do that because the farmer knew his cow. He checked her titties. If the titties was looking funny, they had something that they would put on the titties to heal the titty to make sure what's called the udder. Yeah, the udder or whatever, that part of the cow. They would heal that so that it wouldn't pus up. But if you have an entire farm of dairy cows, you don't have time to check every cow to make sure that her titty is okay. They just don't have the time to do that. Here in California, if you drive in certain areas, you will pass by dairy farms. You'll know that you're passing by them because, it stank. You smell all that, shit and everything else coming off of those farms. And I've been to like a goat farm. They do the goats the same way. They get the milk off the goats. But if it's a small farm, then they can milk the goats themselves because they make the soap and all kind of stuff. Goat's milk is supposed to be really good for your skin. I think we're gonna go back, and this time I do want to um get some film there. But when we went, it had rained like the week before, And yeah, I wasn't about that getting my shoes dirty at the farm and all. No. I'm truly a city girl. We pulled into the farm and it was looking all muddy and stuff and I'm like, I'm not about to get my shoes dirty after we drove like an hour to go to this goat farm and then got there and it was like all dirty and stuff over there and I had on the wrong shoes. So I wasn't about that life. My husband was like, "Come on." I was like, forget them goats. I don't want to see them that bad. I was watching a video on YouTube about things about food they don't tell you, and they open up a muffin and in the middle there's fibers that look like cotton or some type of white fibers. Never heard of that. Yes, I have goat milk soap. Yeah, they say goat milk is really good for your skin. Yes, they use antibiotics and steroids in cow's milk. And I mean, and they plump the chickens up with steroids and antibiotics too, because they trying to keep the animals from dying. You know what I mean? Because they're in these close quarters with each other, especially the chickens, and half of them be dead. We didn't eat. I ain't even going into that. We didn't probably ate chickens that's been dead and committed suicide with the rest of the chickens and everything. I wasn't going in there with them goats and the farm was all dirty. My husband was like, "What did you expect?" I was like, "I don't know, but I'm not getting my shoes dirty just to just to see some just to see some goats. I'm not getting dirty to see no goats. I didn't want to see them that bad. Like if they had, came to the car or something, but I had to truck, I had to walk in this. No, I'm not doing that. Not only is the non-dairy cheese expensive, it's nasty. It's super nasty. Like my husband, he eats that Daya cheese. My husband is getting back to being vegan. Like he didn't left me in the dust. So he eats that vegan cheese. I do not like the way it tastes. It is gross to me. I just can't do it. I just won't eat no cheese. Yeah, but some of those videos just be I don't you can't believe everything you see on the internet though. None of the vegan cheese melts. It's not supposed to. None of the vegan cheese will melt. It's the dairy that causes the cheese to melt. It's not gonna melt. No, that's just how it is. And that's one reason why I can't eat a lot of the vegan cheese also is because it's nut based and I'm allergic to nuts. What do we eat to stay alive? You eat plants. You eat fruits and vegetables. You eat things that come from the ground, things that are grown. You don't eat things that are manufactured. There's a whole section of food when you walk into the grocery store, you go to the produce section. You eat everything right there. The meat section, you ignore that. The snack section, you ignore that. The produce section at the store is huge. There are a whole bunch of greens. It's greens that we ain't never tripped off of, especially black people, because we think greens is only collard greens and mustard greens and cabbage. It's a whole bunch of greens. Kale, baby kale, dinosaur kale, hella green ass kale, curly kale. It's all kind of it's all kind of greens. Eat those and eat yeah, asparagus. It's all kind of fruits. Watermelon, cantaloupe, melon, that green one that I can never think of. Um, Peaches, plums, mangoes. We get mangoes year round. The only thing that's not really year round is watermelon. But honey, when watermelon season start, I tears up some watermelon. That's what you eat, sweetheart. Honeydew. Thank you. Real life scenarios. Honeydew. Yeah, chia seeds is good. Sounds like somebody outside smoking. Flower Child said, I make a daily smoothie like yours, and I also add chlorella, flaxseed, and spirulina. I'm vegan, and I dislike the vegan cheese too. It sticks to your teeth. I just don't like the taste. I don't like the way it tastes. So I just leave it. I just, when I was vegan, when I was completely vegan, and when I was vegan, I was really serious. I just said, forget it. After I tasted the vegan cheese, I did not like it. And I just said, okay, well, I'm just not going to eat cheese. And I stopped eating cheese. And I mean, I seriously was a hardcore vegan. Like, I was posting about it all the time on Facebook. I was, showing my meals and everything. And, my friends was just like, oh my God, like, you really don't know. I don't eat meat. We went out to restaurants. We stuck to, places that had vegan options. We even found an Ethiopian place that was vegan. Oh my God, the food was so good. They had like these spicy collard greens and lentils, and just, it was vegan. But they still use the same like Ethiopian spices and stuff that they use on their, regular food. So it was so tasty. So you can be vegan. You can eat everything that you normally eat. Just don't eat any meat. I mean, just imagine you can still have like, you can have greens and cornbread and yams and all of that stuff. Just don't use no meat. Don't use regular milk. They have a vegan butter. I actually, that vegan butter to me is better than regular butter. We've been using the vegan butter. You can put that on your potatoes and yams, and I bake potatoes. Bake your yams. I'm really trying to stay away from white rice. So like, I'll eat a potato instead of white rice. But yeah, you just get away from the meat, and once you stop eating it, your body will stop craving it. And now I do eat a little bit of chicken, and I try to let that be it. I mean, every now and then I will cheat, but yeah. But I ain't eat no fish, and I'm not eating no pork. That's real talk. I don't eat none of that. The vegan butter tastes just like regular butter. Just like regular butter. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had ground beef. I don't bring meat into my house, so then I don't cook it. Now, if I go out to a restaurant, I might, order chicken, or I do like these Wookie fries that they have at the theater, at the movie theater. But the last time we went to the movies, I didn't even get it. And the Wookie fries is basically a chopped up cheeseburger without the bun. So it's like the meat and the cheese on top of your French fries with Thousand Island dressing on the side. And I usually get that. Oh my God, it is so good. But I didn't even get it this week because I am working on my weight. I got to get. So I lost in 2017, I lost 45 pounds. And I have been able to keep 25. I've been able to keep 25 of that off. I did gain 20 pounds. So I'm not back to where I was. So now I just got to lose 20 pounds to get back to where I was. And then, I'll be cool. But I didn't gain the whole thing back, which I think is good. I still consider that to be an accomplishment. And it's been 2 years. So I still, even though I did gain 20 pounds, I still consider myself, I did that. I didn't gain the whole 45 pounds back. And I am conscious of what I eat. And I think some people are not even conscious. They just out here eating whatever the hell they want to eat. I am conscious. So I think I can, eventually go back to where I was. Well, then if the cows and chickens are being radiated, then that means we're being radiated too, right? If the sun is carrying radiation, then wouldn't we all be like dropping like flies? How would it affect the cows and chickens and not affect us if the sun is throwing off radiation? I don't think there's a new sun. This is the same sun that we've had. I mean, I do believe that the government, does certain things, to control the weather, but the sun and the moon is something that they cannot affect because those things are not man-made. That's God's business. God is the only one that can regulate the sun, the moon, and the stars. Man can't do that. So there's no radiation coming from the sun because if it was, we would all die. It wouldn't just affect the cows and the chickens. We would all be dead. Radiation would kill us all, and it would kill us quickly. We would all be walking around here half dead. Because radiation ain't something that, that you can play with. Like if they drop one of those nuclear bombs on us, it's lights out. We're going to all drop dead from the radio. Whatever the blast don't kill, the radiation will kill the rest of us. And it's an ugly death. So don't get caught up. Don't let people tell you that the sun is killing us. No, the sun ain't doing no more than what it's always done. There are things I believe that the government does to, are trying to do to control the weather, but that's not going to affect the sun or the moon. They ain't got that bowl yet. And once they do that, if they ever do something to mess with the sun, then yeah, then we are going to die. We gonna die. I haven't heard anything about Bill Gates trying to block out the sun. Why would he? He rich. Why would he want to block out the sun? Catalina, you're gonna have to watch this video over, honey. That's all at the beginning of the video. We didn't got off topic and I'm about to go in a minute. If I get this 20 pounds off, I'm gonna be a mess. But I got to, because I tried on some of my summer clothes and they was doing me like that. I was like, ooh, honey, I gotta go back. I gotta go back. I heard that, girl. Some buffalo chicken. Okay, I'll look and see. I hadn't heard that about the sun though. Flower Child said my daughter is 5 months pregnant and she only gained 8 pounds. I've gained 15 pounds. I need to stop the weight gain. I didn't know a mother could be so connected to her daughter like this. Girl, you must be stress eating. Why you nervous? What you nervous about? You eating for the mama and the baby. You better be like she is. She ain't gaining no weight. You gaining all the weight. If I can lose 10 pounds, I'm buying me an Apple Watch. Oh, that's your reward? I don't know what my reward is gonna be. We are being radiated, but you have to supplement and oxidize your body. People with melanin can turn the sun rays into energy. It affects white people differently. Oh, come on, sweetheart. Don't do that, TJ. People with melanin, we are not any different than anybody else. We just don't really burn as easily. Some of us, because I do. The sun affects me the same way that it affects white people. For one thing, with me having psoriatic arthritis, the sun don't like me, will beam down on my ass and burn me to a crisp like I'm one of them burnt up pieces of bacon that you leave in the skillet too long. Not only will it burn me, I will turn red, and then that red turns crispy black. So not all of us people with melanin are not affected by the sun. I am extremely affected by the sun. So is my youngest son, who is lighter than I am. He is extremely lighter than I am, and he suntans and burns just like a white person. I mean, just patches. When he sunburns, he will literally get blisters on his skin. Now there are some black people who can take the sun, but not all of us can. Some of us, this melanin ain't doing nothing. Okay, the sun rays would just come on through and burn the hell out of us. So don't get it twisted. Just because I'm black does not mean that I have some force field up against the sun, because I don't, and a lot of us don't. You kind of, y'all get that melanin like it's some kind of superpower, and it's not for a lot of us. Now there are some black people who don't tan, like my husband. He is dark skinned. The sun don't bother him. It bothers me, and I'm black black. My mama and my daddy are black, and the sun bothers the hell out of me. I cannot be in the sun. Like I can't go outside like this when it's hot. I have to put on a sweater, a light cotton shirt or something to cover my arms, or they will be black as tar. So we're not, I got to put my defenses up just like a white person does when it comes to the sun. We ain't all out here. No. Yeah, Casey, me too. I'm just like you, girl. The sun will turn me into a fried pork skin. I'll be a piece of little shriveled up. I'll be that piece of shriveled up bacon that you don't even want to eat when I go out in the sun. It ain't cute. It is not cute. I get sunburned. Yeah, Tina. That's how my son is. When he gets sunburned, it flakes. The skin just flakes off of him. He looked like a snake. You know how a snake look when they're losing shedding their skin. That's how he looked. Cause he light skinned, but he black. Both of his parents black. I'm black. His daddy black. So that melanin ain't out here saving us from nothing. Don't let nobody Don't let nobody tell you that the melanin will save us. That's our superpower because melanin is not my superpower. I'm a witch. I need to get that on a t-shirt. Melanin is not my superpower. I'm a witch. Cause it's not out here saving me. I'm sorry. It's not. And I hate when people say that because it don't. So you can be black and think that you can go out here and be out in the sun. I can be out in the sun because I'm black and I ain't got to wear no sunscreen because I'm black and my melanin. You can get sun cancer. You can get cancer, melanoma, and all them cancers just like anybody else. Don't let this beautiful blackness fool you. I need to put up an umbrella when I go to the beach, just like Becky. Yes, my skin will burn up, sweetheart. I will burn to a crisp, even with sunscreen. I told you guys when I go to the beach, my husband has to put up a tent so I can go in there, or the sun will burn me to a crisp. Oh no, that would be a cute shirt, huh? Yeah, I mean, even with sunscreen, you have to. Oh my gosh, Tina, yes, my nose. The if I stay out in the sun too long, my nose and my lip, the top of my lip right here, all of this will peel. If I'm out in the sun too long, my nose will peel, and my top lip will literally peel off. So I have to be really, really careful in the sun. Real careful. I mean, but my husband, I guess he got more melanin than I do. Because he's darker. He's darker than I am. He don't have a problem in the sun, but I do. And you can't say, well, you don't have as much melanin as him. No, we're both black. His mama and daddy, my husband's mama and daddy like my complexion. Well, his mama might be a little bit lighter than me. And he dark skinned. My daddy was real dark. My mom was like my complexion, so I look more like my mama. But facial features and body structure is my daddy, because my mom was real petite, small, skinny, very small. She was small when she was young. She had kids. She never gained no weight. Okay, so I get my weight from my daddy's side of the family. All them women, big titties, big booty, big corn fed country women with big attitudes. So I got that from my daddy's side of the family. My eyes, everything. Everybody on my dad's side of the family's got these almond shaped eyes. My dad's was even more Asian looking than mine. That's why people have always assumed that, when I take my granddaughter out places, sometimes people assume that she's my daughter. No, that's my granddaughter. And her dad don't have the eyes. But I guess because, she's part Asian, Filipino, um, she probably went and got some of that DNA from my daddy, and she's got the little Asian eyes or whatever. So I guess it just depends. But yeah, that melanin is not a shield for all of us. If it is, it skipped me. I don't have it. I don't have that type of protection. Today, I think it was like in the 60s, the probably in the 60s, and it it was kind of overcast today. It can get in the 90s and the hundreds, but it's not for the Bay Area. It's rare for it to be like in the hundreds continuously because we're so close to the Bay. Like we are 10-15 minutes away from the Bay. We are 20-25 minutes away from San Francisco. So, that Bay breeze hits us because I'm in the North Bay. That Bay breeze hits us. The farther out you go, Concord, Walnut Creek, Danville, Pittsburgh, those areas, they get more heat because they are farther away from the water. We are extremely close to the water where I live now. So the temperatures normally stay summer high 80s, and then we'll get a couple of days where it's in the 90s, maybe 1 or 2 days that it's 100, but that's rare. 90s is about as far as it'll go, and we may have 2 or 3 days where it's in the 90s, and then the bay breeze or the fog will roll back in, and that'll take the temperature back down to the 80s or whatever. But right now, I think we're in the 60s. It's not that hot here right now. I got on this tank top because I stay hot. And when I'm talking, when I'm talking to y'all, it makes me hot. So y'all know I'm going through the change, child. So I'll be having them hot flashes. Ain't no telling when they might just flash up on me. So yeah. Plus, when I'm in the house, I'm comfortable. That's why I tell you guys I'm not gonna be, putting on no makeup and stuff just to talk to y'all. I got on some shorts and this tank top. Yeah, this and see that happens to me too. Moth Mama, she said my ex is dark skinned and does not like the sun at all. He is drained by it. That is me too. The sun drains my energy. I am extremely drained by the sun. Like when we go to the beach and I come home, I have to take a nap. Sometimes I fall asleep at the beach. The sun drains my energy. It just takes me out. When I come home from the beach, I'm so tired. I gotta take a nap. And that it's always been like that. But you know what? You can get some good sleep at the beach. I don't know. That's the little kids that live next door outside yelling. Johnny, I wear my Crocs year round. I wear my Crocs year round, and then I have my flip flops. And I'm so crazy. When it's raining, I can just put on my socks and put my Crocs on and just be out there. Cause I'm gonna walk from here to the car and jump in the car. I ain't gonna get wet. But I mean, I do enjoy wearing my boots, but I didn't even wear them that often this summer because it really did not rain. I mean, this winter it didn't rain that much. I wear my Crocs year round, year round. I do too. That's the one thing I hate about going through the changes. These hot flashes. Oh yeah, get this stuff from Hobby Lobby and make me a T-shirt. Yeah, because I'm about to get back into my painting now that my thumb is just about healed, y'all. That shot really worked. So I told her that sometimes when I wake up in the morning, it's still clicking just a little bit. And so she said she may give me one more in June, and that should be it. I'm healed. I have a normal thumb. Finally, I can crochet. I've started back to crocheting just a little bit. I can write because before that, I couldn't even write. Like, I could not hold the pen to even write like I used to. I wasn't doing anything. So I am going to start back to painting and, doing the things that I love to do. She Leah said, I love the Bay Area weather. Here in Stockton, it gets hot as hell. Yes, it does. Because we always stop in Stockton on our way to LA. And I always say, I am so glad I don't live here. Not only is it hot in Stockton, it's dry. It's that dry ass heat. Ugh, I couldn't live there. Yeah, it is. Like being in a barbecue pit in California or the West Texas is like being in a hot tub. All the wet humidity. I think I would like the wet humidity better than dry. It's dry as hell in Stockton and Tracy. I don't know if I could deal with that dry heat. Yeah, when I went to the South, the first time I went to Alabama, when I got off the airplane and walked out of the airport, it was like 100 and some degrees there, dry as. I mean, when I walked outside the airport, I literally had to like take a breath. Like I had never inhaled that much heat in my life. I was like, oh hell no. I definitely cannot live here. That the heat in Alabama was totally different from the heat out here. And we're sitting on the porch and all of a sudden it just bust out and started thundering and lightning for like no reason. Hot as hell. And it's just booming. I was like, oh no, I will never live here. If you got carpal tunnel, honey, you better get you a good brace. You better get you a good brace and let that wrist rest. Because that's what the doctor was saying to me too. And I don't want to have no surgery. I really don't. You know what? That's what I cannot stand. I cannot stand to be sweating and feel that sweat running down my back. I'll be ready to go. Seriously. That's the only thing I hate about having hot flashes. And then I don't think people really understand, I don't know. This my thing. I be thinking when I'm having a hot flash and I'm sweating that people be looking at me funny like what the hell is she sweating for? I can't help it if like if I'm sweating or whatever. And it's embarrassing and this is so stupid. I know this is crazy. But it's embarrassing for me to be sweating. I'm the only person sweating. Ain't nobody else hot but me. And then when you get embarrassed because you're sweating, you sweat even more because you're sweating out of embarrassment. And then you're sweating because you're having a hot flash. And then it's just a mess. Then you want to just throw all your stuff on the floor and run out the store. Then you really gonna look stupid. So I just stand there sweating like a. But I want to go out though. Like I can't just stay in the house just because I'll be sweating. I want to go out and have fun, but I'm not trying to be. I just don't want to be sweating in front of people like that. I don't know. That's nasty. Just to be out here sweating. You know what I'm mad about though is that I can't share like the. I wanted to show some of the Oshun dances and music. Show you guys what like the Oshun dances look like and what like some of the Orisha's dances look like. But like that one video that I had played like some Orisha music, that video, and I ain't even monetized, and they still blocked that video. Um, you can't play no music, you can't do nothing. And it's like I don't really know the songs by heart to like be able to sing the songs and stuff myself. So it's you can't like y'all can't listen to the songs unless listen to the songs on your own. Um, and y'all should be doing that. Like, if you feel like, if you think that Alegua is your dad or whatever, you should be listening to, the music of Alegua. Like, how do you feel like you have a connection to an Orisha, and you never even listen to that Orisha's music? You don't even know what the songs are for that Orisha. So how can you claim an Orisha and you don't even know what that Orisha's music sounds like? And it's just janky that, as a teacher, I can't even play that music on my channel because, you get in trouble for using that type of music. Oh, you listen, Monique? Good. I do too. If you are Yemiya or Oshun, you should be listening to that music. Like, how are you, doing your workings if you're not using the music of the Orisha? Like, what music are you using, and what are you saying when you do your spells and stuff? What are you doing? And that's something that I want to talk about also in another video. I'm probably gonna do a video. I don't even. Somebody, I think Cola asked me how. I don't, child. I don't know how I did this. I don't know. I just put this thing up here. Y'all know this all my hair right here. I just put it up here. I used to wear my head covered all the time. When I went out, my hair was always covered because didn't. I don't like people touching my dreads. I still don't, but I think now I didn't. I have it force field up, and people know not to come too close to me. Oh well, your candles be happy. They like to hear that music. Well, I'm finna go, y'all. I'm hungry. I'm finna go and fix me something to eat. I got some spinach. Probably gonna bake me a potato and make a salad. Since my husband didn't bring no almond milk, I can't make no smoothie. So I almost knocked y'all down, child. I'm going to probably make me a salad. So y'all get y'all spirit dolls together. Whoever missed the first part of the video, go back and just watch the first part. You ain't gotta watch, 2 hours of the video. The spirit doll part is at the beginning, where I kind of describe how I do my dolls, where I get them from and all that. So that's that. Okay, I'm gonna go fix me something to eat, watch whatever this is on TV, probably call my husband and see where he is today, if he had to drive or whatever. I want to ride with my husband because they got the double decker um bus that just goes to San Francisco. So I want to I want to ride at the top of the bus to the city with him one day when he's driving, because it's a new bus. They only had they didn't have the double deckers at first going to the city. So I'm gonna ride with him to the city probably when the weather gets nice, so I can, because that'll make a nice video, riding to San Francisco and showing what it's like, because I want to be at the top. Thank you, Moth Mama. I really appreciate you, sweetheart. I got to get your stuff together. Tina, I will knock y'all over in a minute. Yeah, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, y'all. That do help. What, TJ? I don't understand why I don't even have a whole community section. Like, oh, I think you have to have at least 1,000. I think you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers. I think to get the community tab. I think you do, sweetheart. I'm not sure, but I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers. So y'all make sure you check in the community tab because I do, post pictures and little nuggets and pictures of my altars and stuff like that on the community tab. Girl, I wish I had. I don't even have no almond milk. If I had some almond milk, I could just fix me some cereal. Because I'm truly in one of them kind of moods. Yes, TJ has a channel. Everybody go over and follow TJ. He has a channel also. And if you have a channel, post it in the comment section so we can all follow each other. And we should be doing that anyway. We are a family. We are all brothers and sisters. So we should all be supporting each other. We should all be following each other on, as many social media platforms as we have. I just don't allow people to follow me on Facebook, but I do allow you to follow me on Instagram. I try to keep my Facebook really just family or people that I really know. Because, I don't like people coming on my Facebook asking me stuff about, spells and all that kind of stuff because that's not what my Facebook is for. My Instagram, I don't care what you ask me over there. If I want to answer you, I will. And if I don't, I won't. That's fine. Or you can email me anyway. Either way, I usually accept everybody. My Instagram is private, but I usually accept everybody unless I go to your Instagram and you don't have anything on your Instagram, like you have nothing that makes me feel kind of suspect. That I don't know. It's just weird. And I don't accept people that they Instagram is full of nothing but memes. Like if you want to follow me, I want to follow another person. Like I want to follow somebody that is posting pictures because if you follow me on Instagram, you're gonna see pictures of me, my husband, my kid, my grandkids, Gizmo, my altered food, all kind of stuff. It's really me. So I want to follow and see the real you. I don't want to see a bunch of memes and quotes and all of that kind of stuff. I want to follow real pages. So if you have a real page, I will always follow you back on Instagram. That's it. Let me go before Leah. Before is Leah still here? Cause I'm surprised Leah ain't said. I thought you said you was about to go. Is Leah still here? And she ain't teased me because Leah would be like, I thought you said you was finna leave. You said you was finna go eat. Go eat then. Leah, that's my girl. I saw you, child. I said, not tonight. Not tonight. I will not be there. And you see, I didn't come. I ain't feel like doing no video yesterday. And I'm not going to be doing a video every day. I thought I told y'all that. Let TJ do a video every day. I ain't going to be doing no video every day, child. I mean, I'll do a video every day, but I'm not going to do a live every day. I don't want to. I just kind of changed my mind about that. I don't want to do it. So I'm going to do my mindfulness a little bit later. You will get it eventually. If y'all go to sleep, watch it in the morning. Okay? It'll be there. Because I'm probably not going to do it until I go upstairs or whatever. But I am going to do the mindfulness because I don't want to put it in here. I always want the mindfulness to be its own video. So make sure y'all, go and watch the mindfulness videos also, because I really believe that those are important. Like, we can talk about what's going on in the world and gossip and all of that kind of stuff, but we always need something to feed our spirit. And that's what I always want to do. I want to, get on here and be funny, and we have fun, but I also want to give you something to feed your spirit also. So echo on that. Okay, y'all, I'm going for real this time. Okay, I love you, and I will talk to you